Good afternoon. In this video, we're going over this past week's trades and a weekly recap. Before I get into the recap, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of the social media account. Also, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. These videos take a long time to make, and this is how you learn. I finished last week with 22 wins and 3 losses for a win rate of 88%. It's kind of weird because the last 3 weeks, I finished with 22 wins and 3 losses with a win rate of 88%. That's never ever happened. I don't think I've even had it 2 weeks in a row, but 3 weeks, it's just crazy how I had the exact same stats 3 weeks in a row. But anyways, definitely exceeded my 85% goal every week. So happy with that. Now with the trades, trade ideas room on Monday, which was what, the 14th. Let's see. SPY puts in a 396.50 and BA puts under 174. Now, where is the 14th? Right here. Okay, I was looking at 396.50. Yeah, which is right down here, pre-market lows. Didn't break on the first candle. It did on the second candle. So I ended up taking, I don't even have my Twitter up, sorry. For some reason, I don't have that up. Get a lot going on. Let's see. The 14th. Where are you? There we are. I took 39.50 puts at 9.43. As you can see right here, the first candle was green, popped up to the trend line, and it dropped back down once it broke below the previous, the ORB, open range breakout or breakdown, because I was looking at puts. I grabbed the 39.50 puts at 670 and then went from 670 to 840. So got a nice little play right there. Then I grabbed puts again at 1101, which is right here. You can see it popped up. This is Friday's highs. It kind of rejected that, pulled down, popped back up, stayed in a little bit of a zone right here. But once it broke below the 398 level, this time out, this is where I grabbed the 39.75 puts at 730, and they went from 730 to 1370 right there in that dump. Then I grabbed puts again at 12.58, which is right 12.58 right here. Let's see. Yeah, I popped up, broke out high today, and then it came back down. And right when it broke below the 398, actually, we'd say even 399. This is where I ended up grabbing puts. I grabbed the 39.90 puts at 750, and then went from 750 to 990 down to the 20 EMA, which is the blue line. Then it broke out. Again, I was not expecting it to do this. I was expecting it to actually drop because it's at the top of the trend line. And to me, it just seemed like this exaggerated move right here was going to end up coming down eventually. And it did eventually a few days later, but I was expecting it to happen on Monday. That's why I was always looking at puts. So I waited and grabbed puts at what, 235, which is right 235 right here. Broke out, did a bunch of consolidation candles right there. I didn't grab it right here. I probably should have, and it popped up when right when it came back below the 399.50 level. This is where I grabbed the 4,000 puts at 510, and they went from 510 to $10 in that drop right there. So that was a nice little play. Good start to the week. 4 wins, no losses. So definitely happy about that. Okay, Tuesday on the Trade Ideas channel, I said Baba puts under 78.50 and SPY puts under 400. As you can see, we have this big monster candle on news. I don't remember what the news was, but I think it was PPI. I don't remember, but I'm using the 400 level from the high from Monday. And it didn't come down to 400, but what I did was I waited for the first 10-minute candle to form. Once it formed, I took the puts underneath the low of that candle, which I did. I took the, let's see, 4,000 puts at 850, and they went from 850 to 1260 in that play right there. Then I grabbed 4,000 puts again at 1019, which is right here, right in this candle. And I got what? The 4,000 puts at 920, and they went from 920 to 1070. You can see that little wick right there. It dropped a little bit right there. Then I grabbed them again at 1121, which is right up in here. 1121. So I grabbed them up in here. Let's see, 1121. Just trying to look at the timestamps here. Yeah, I think that I have to bring it down to a smaller time frame to see the 1121 play. 1121, which is right here. Right up in here is where I grabbed it. And let's see, the 1121 play, I got to that 730, and they went from 730 to 1030, and that dropped right there. So that was a $3 move. You can see it's what, almost a dollar move on SPY. So I got a good little play out of that. Then I grabbed puts again at I don't look at the 3-minute time frame, so I got to bring it back to the 10-minute. So I grabbed it again at 1201, which is right here. As you can see, we get a bunch of these little candles chopping around VWAP, right when it broke below these couple candles right here underneath the 480. That's where I grabbed the 4,000 puts again at 670, and it went from 670 to $8. A little further out of the money, I think. So then I switched to 4,005 puts at 1239, which is right here. Right when it started to break the lower day, I grabbed it right here. Grabbed the 4,005 puts at 890, and they went from 890 to 1250 in this dump right here. Then I ended up grabbing puts. I didn't chase this move. I probably should have held, but I was not expecting this to happen because it's been ranging all day, so I thought it was going to stay in a range, but it didn't. It didn't end up falling through. But I grabbed puts at 1249. Yeah, what time? 201. Is that what it says? The 203. 203. I grabbed 3950 puts. 203. Right here. Yeah, I grabbed it right here. As you can see, it dumped, pulled back up. It started to pull back, then it popped again. Right when it did, I grabbed it, thinking we were going to be in a bear flag. We were going to go lower, which we did because I had the 39.50 puts at $8, and I know I sold quite a few of them. I only held a couple, so the loss was very, very tiny. I mean, barely anything. So yeah, I bought it in here, and I sold some down here. I held a couple, thinking we were going to really break down and get down to 393, but it didn't. So then it just ripped on me. Then I took puts again at 351, which is right here. I think as soon as I got in right down here, I think I got in right down here at the 397.50 area because I had the 39.85 puts at $4. I grabbed it right down here, and then it just popped. So it didn't work out. So I took 2 losses at the end of the day, 2 tiny losses, nothing big on Tuesday. So not too bad of a day. Wednesday, traded Israel. SPY puts under 396.50, and Netflix puts under 305. So let's see. The level, what did I say? 396.50, which is the low of this candle right here. So popped up, green candle, didn't touch it, but right when it got below it on the second candle, this is where I grabbed it. I grabbed the 39.50 puts at 720, and they went from 720 to 890. So waiting out the first minute candle has been really, really important, even though I think one of the days, I think Friday, I didn't because I had a reason for that. But usually I will wait And waiting definitely paid off. So we got from 720 to 890 on that play. Then I went to puts again at 1007, which is right 1007, yeah, right here. So it dropped, it popped back up, and I grabbed it in here. Same ones, 39.50 puts to 750, and they went from 750 to 840 in this candle right here. I was in and out fast, rejecting VWAP, thinking it was going to break lower day. It didn't, but I did take the play, get out. Then I took, 39.75 calls. 1232. Right here. I kind of waited. I didn't take anything from 1007 to this. I didn't take anything. I didn't take this. I don't know why I didn't take that. I probably took in the challenge. That's probably why. But anyways, right when it broke over VWAP, and the reason I was looking at it here, inverted head and shoulders, you get the left, you get the head, and you get the right shoulder. When it broke over VWAP right here, I grabbed the 39.75 calls, $8, and they went from $8 to $14.50. Then I switched to puts at 136, which is right here. I chased it down here. I don't remember what the news was, but something happened, and it dumped. And I put 39.60 puts at 820, and I even put on the alert that I was chasing, just to let everybody know I was chasing it. And I got it at 820, and it went from 820 to 980 right there. So I got a nice little play. Then I took puts at 216, which I think is right 216 right here. For some reason, I took puts right here. I'm not quite sure why I took it right there. 216. I have no idea. I probably should have waited down here. I mean, I can get why if I got it in this candle, but I didn't get it in this candle because it would have broke below these candles. I don't know why I grabbed it there, but I did. And I grabbed the 39.60 calls at 830, and it did dump. I think I did sell most of them. I held a couple end of the day. Yeah, I said that I held a couple end of the day yellow puts, and I sold some right here. What did I even sell it at? I probably have to go right through my thing. It's probably going to take forever. 980 is where I sold them. I got it at 830. So yeah, I sold them at $1.50 over, and I held a couple. So yeah, it was a good play. I just held a couple end of the day play. End of the day YOLO. Was just thinking that we were going to get a big dump, but we didn't. It just stayed within the channel. So it is what it is. So that was the third loss for the week, and my last loss. Then I took, let's see, I traded his room on the, 17th. I said SPY calls over 392. We were having high put to call ratio. So a lot of puts were in. So we had this big gap down. So I took, I didn't take it right at the first candle. I waited for the second candle. I took calls. I took the 39.40 calls at 9.42 right here. And we went from $8 to $8.70. Got a little bit of a move. Then it rejected the 20 EMA. And I didn't want to grab puts because the put to call ratio was too low. I think I said high earlier. I meant it's too low. Too many people are on the the put to call ratio was high. Wait a minute here. Let me double check. Did I post something? The 17th. I'm just looking. Yeah. I posted earlier that the put to call ratio was very, very, very high. Yeah, because it's at 146. This put to call ratio was high, and that's why it popped and squeezed. So, yeah, that's why I was only looking at calls on Thursday. Too many people were in puts, so that's why I took calls here. And I took calls again at 1017, which is right here. When it dropped back down, got back over the 20 EMA, got over this 391.50 area. That's where I took the 39.35 calls to 760, and they went from 760 to 1060 in that play right there. Then I switched to 39.30 calls at 11.28, which is right here. You got all these candles right in here, pushed through VWAP. That's where I grabbed them at 720, and they went from 720 to 1840, 150% move. Then I took them again at the 39.30 calls again at a 346, which is down here. 346. It looks like I probably grabbed it up here more, right up in here, above the 393. I got them at 660, and they went from 660 to 1650, another 150% play right there. I don't know why I didn't grab it there. I might have probably played it in the challenge. See, that's the one thing is I don't cover the challenge in the options sub room. I only do it in the premium room, so I probably caught this on the challenge room because I'm also playing challenge plays too. So, and I don't cover the challenge plays in the recap, so that's why it looks like I'm missing moves, so I'm actually not. Yeah, I said them on Twitter, flawless day, predictable with CPCE, which was the high put to call ratio. Too many people were on the put side, and they were going to squeeze them out, and they did. Then on Friday, let's see, we got this massive move up. I did take it right at open. I traded his room SPY puts into 397, which is right here from this candles, from pre-market. Took that low. Once it broke, I took it. I said I wasn't waiting. As soon as it broke, I was taking it. So I took the 39.60 puts at 890, and they went from 890 to 1380 in that drop right there. And then I took SPY calls at 1007, which is right at the PDC. I took the 39.70 calls at 780, and then went from 780 to 1040 in that push right there. Then I grabbed calls again at 1119, which is down here. 1119. No, I didn't take it down here. 1119. Right in here. Right in here is where I took it. Right when I pushed through VWAP, as you can see, it pushed through and opened, and it pushed through before it got slammed. Got a violent slam, but it did push through. So I got it out at 39.70 calls at 790, and then went to 790 to 920. So I got a nice little $1.30 move out of that. Then I switched. No, I stayed on calls the entire day, the rest of the day. I only played puts this part. Okay, so the next time I played calls was at 108, which is right here. Right here. Yeah, right in here. Right when I pushed through PDC, I grabbed the 39.50 calls at 750, and then went from 750 to 920 in that push right there. Then I grabbed 39.50 calls again for the last play of the day in the week at 202, which is right here. Right when it pushed through VWAP. Got them at 650, and then went from 650 to 820 right there. So then I just called it a day, and they had this massive move into the day. But yeah, I got a little bit of a play right there. So that was the plays for the week. Not a bad week, pretty good week. Didn't do that many mistakes, so I'm pretty pleased with the week. Next week's going to be a short week because of Thanksgiving, so we'll get a lot going on with that, even though it's a short week. So we'll cover that in the watch list. So that's going to do it. Hope this has helped, and thanks for watching.